I literally almost had to die before I saw the sign for me to go all in on trading. I am basically a future version of you. I'm at the place where you are trying to get to, and I have been where you are currently at. And I'm here to tell you that you need to go all in on trading, otherwise it's never going to work. Okay? And you have to trust me on this, because you don't have a lot of choices, right? You cannot keep doing what you're doing and expect to succeed at trading unless you go all in and commit. You can't be half in, half out. You see, how it started for me was back in 2019 in December. On paper, my life looked really good. I was doing real estate. By that time, I had already sold 20 million in US dollars of real estate single-handedly. I had a nice car. I had the perfect life. I had an apartment in the city. I had no reason to give it all up. And then suddenly I have a appendix rupture. My appendix blows up after the gym. I come home from the gym and boom, I'm in this massive pain. And I'm trying to sleep it off because I don't know what's going on. 3 days later, my girlfriend says to me, maybe we should go to the hospital and get this checked out properly. And I say, yeah, okay, fine, let's go. I get to the hospital and the doctor looked at me and said, you have a ruptured appendix and we need to operate on you today. Otherwise, it's going to get infected and you're going to die. So I checked myself in that day, had the operation, and because it was infected, they couldn't stitch me up. I had an open wound for the rest of the week. So I couldn't eat and I couldn't move around. So I'm stuck in the hospital bed with this open wound. And 3 days in to this experience, this adventure, it's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. And I get this voice in my head. I get this idea like at this time, I am so clear. I've got clarity. I don't have any brain fog because I haven't eaten. I've been fasted. Okay. And I have this clarity and this realization that if I don't change things, things are not going to change. And I'm not going to be able to figure out this trading because I had been dabbling in trading for years up until that point with no success. I was obsessed with trading, but I didn't commit because I didn't have to. I had my real estate business. I was doing well in real estate. Do you see? And so I said, why can I not succeed at trading at that point? Why is it so difficult? And I realized it's because I had one side I was doing real estate and the other side I'm trying to do trading. If you chase 2 rabbits at the same time, you don't catch any. Does that make sense? And I was unfulfilled with my real estate. I hated it, actually. Despite being so good at it, I hated it. Because I wasn't sent here to just show a house and show a swimming pool and show a living room. That was not my purpose. I knew I was meant for more. Okay? And it was so unfulfilling. It was a thankless work. Okay, so I decided to go all in on trading when I was in hospital. I said, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm just going to do it. So I made the decision to sell everything and move back home with my parents. They had a ranch, 10-acre ranch, and there was a spare bedroom there for me. And I said to myself, I'm moving into that room and I'm not coming out until I figure out this fucking trading, basically. Talk about taking a hit to the ego, moving back home at my age with your parents when you didn't have to. And I did it because I was too comfortable where I was. I had to get uncomfortable in order to grow. Do you understand? Some of you are too comfortable. And If you want things in your life to change, you're going to have to change. And for me, it was I had to change my environment. I was totally distracted with all my client work, living in the city, all the distractions, people calling me to go out every day, all the relationships I was having in the city. It was a total distraction. It was just the matrix. I had to get away from all of that if I wanted to figure this out. Otherwise, another 10 years was going to pass and I was still going to be doing real estate unfulfilled. Do you see? And I'm not telling you to quit your job and be reckless, but I'm telling you to commit. That this is your sign. That you will have to find a way to commit to this, to make this work, one way or another. And so I'm now in isolation on my own. I've got my setup and I'm trying to figure out trading. And mind you, back in 2020 or before making that decision, I didn't know about prop firms. I didn't know about ICT. We had no trading view. I didn't have trading view. I was doing it the old school way, right? The only guys on YouTube was Astro FX, if you remember. It's nothing like it is today. Today, there is so much good information. Everybody's teaching you a good strategy. It's so much easier today. You have access to capital. You have access to the best trading courses for free. You have no excuse to not go all in, right? This is your time now. It's the best time ever to go all in on trading is today, now. You found this message not by accident. It was sent to you because your future self wanted you to hear this message. That's why I'm here to tell you. And so 2020, I'm in my own environment now. I'm hiking every day. I'm in nature. I'm out of the matrix. And then boom, COVID hits, lockdown. Everything, the whole world shuts down, right? Everybody runs left, I go right. Okay? All of my real estate friends went bust because they weren't able to go meet clients. I knew then and there that I made the right decision just by listening to my gut, literally. Listening to the voice inside me, literally. Following my own path, literally. And so I knew I played my cards right. And then not long after, we had the 2020 bull run. And because I was already on my spiritual awakening path and journey, I was playing around with manifestation. I meditated and I manifested Shiba Inu. Out of all things, a dog coin. Who would have thought? I found it by accident on Twitter. And I went all in on that. And I haven't really had to worry about money ever since. But did I know any of that was going to happen prior to 2020 when I was in hospital? No. You see, you don't need to know how it's going to work out for you. You don't need to have a clear path. You just have to act and the universe is going to make it work out for you. You got to trust. You got to believe in God. He's looking after you for real. You cannot have fear. You cannot have doubt. If you doubt, you will go without. Facts. And so even then, I wasn't successful with the trading yet. I was only a year into going all in. Okay. And then but I had now put myself in a situation where I'd set myself up. I didn't have to worry about nothing. I'm in isolation. There's no distractions. I'm alone. I got my thoughts. I'm out of the matrix. I have money. Now I can just focus on trading and figure it out. However long it takes, I don't care. That's how committed you have to be. You can't care how long it's going to take. You cannot put time limits on things. Okay? When you put a time limit on anything, you create doubt. And if you have doubt, it won't come in. It won't work. That's the secret. And so Then I discovered ICT. Then I discovered prop firms. Then I became a break-even trader. And then finally, I discovered that, you know what? I'm the problem, because I'm a break-even trader at that point, and I keep closing my trades early. I realized that it's internal. It's psychology that I had to work on. That was the final piece. That was the real breakthrough. And when I discovered that I had to work on my mindset and reprogram my internal subconscious programming to become this new identity, this new trader, that's when it clicked. That's when trading worked. That's when I became consistent. And that was in 2024, the end. And then that's when I decided I have to help people. Because for so long, over 10 years, I was chasing strategy, tinkering around with this indicator, that indicator, not committing to anything, not going all in, not being serious. Thinking that it's all strategy. But it's not really all strategy. Strategy was only 10% of the equation. Your psychology, your subconscious mind, that is 90% of the whole fucking formula. I'm telling you. So go all in on yourself. Go within, right? Commit to doing 100 days of backtesting for 1 hour in the morning. See if you can do that. Why do I say 100 days instead of 1 weekend? You don't go to the gym and lift weights once and expect to get big. It's all muscle memory. This is muscle memory, right? You have to repeat your back tests every day for 100 days. And that's how you reprogram your mind to get new pattern recognition. Then you can start to read market structure properly. Commit to that. If you can't quit your job, then commit to doing 100 days of backtesting. Go ghost mode. Stop wasting time with people that don't care about you or just want to see you fail. Cut them out. You deserve this. You deserve to bet on yourself. I'm telling you. I want to see you win. This is your time. You got to do this. There's a story about the chicken and the pig. They both live on the farm. And the chicken turns to the pig and he says, you know what? Farmer Joe has been so good to us. Wouldn't it be nice to cook him a nice breakfast, bacon and eggs? And the chicken and the pig looks at the chicken, goes and says, that's commitment for me and curiosity for you. The pig had to commit if he's going to become bacon or not. You have to commit like the pig. You can't be Chicken Little on this and be curious and just be tinkering forever. This is not a hobby. This is not a side hobby that you're building motorbikes in a shed whenever you have time. You can't treat it like that. You have to go at it hard. And when I say go at it hard, that means cutting out everything, detoxing your brain, reprogramming your mind, your mindset, your psychology, fixing that, and then backtesting one strategy, one entry model. Michael Jordan, at the peak of his career, he's still shooting hoops every day to practice 500 hoops a day. There are no days off for that. You do that because that is your new identity. No matter how good or bad you are, you backtest every day. It becomes part of your routine. You create a new routine. You go all in on yourself with a new routine. And that's how you're going to change. That's how you're going to level up. Otherwise, if you don't change, nothing changes. Trust me. So, if you want to work on your psychology, check out the first link in the description, the Inner Edge Pro. I created this course for myself initially to fix myself, and then I'm sharing it with you so that you can fix yourself. You can fix your FOMO trading, your fear, your greed, your revenge trading, all the things that hold you back because you have a good strategy. I'm gonna believe that you have a good strategy. There's no way you have a bad strategy in 2025 with so much free information, so much good information, so many good people teaching good stuff. You have no excuse. The only thing holding you back is you right now. So decide, go all in, go within, and work on yourself. If that's what you want to do, check out the link in the description, but do something, man. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. Drop your comments below. And until the next video, you're on your own. Take care now. Goodbye.